have along with us Dr. Shashi Tharoor, three-time MP from Thiruvananthapuram, seeking a mandate for a fourth term. It was a very tough fight, a three-cornered fight. Voting is progressing. How confident are you now?
Very confident. First of all, we've seen this pattern before. Don't forget, we've been in this contest three times. Once the CPI came second, twice the BJP came second. I think it's a contest between the two of them for second place once again. I'm very confident that the faith the voters have reposed in me, they will continue to do so.
This was an election where we saw a lot of complaints to the Election Commission, defamation notices. Was that something that was different compared to the last three?
Yeah, that was certainly unnecessary. I mean, I have not had the habit of complaining myself in any case, so I'm not a complainant in any of the complaints. There were both private individuals and party complaints from both the Congress and the LDF against the NDA candidate. And no doubt he felt it was his turn to make a complaint against our side as well. So these things may happen. But I've remained focused on the most essential issue, which is the problems of the people, unemployment, price rise, the challenges they're facing, and at the same time, my record of service for 15 years to the constituency and my voice for the people of Trivandrum and of Kerala in Parliament. Because after all, a job of an MP is also to articulate the wishes, aspirations and beliefs of his voters. And I've been doing all of that, and that's what I focused on. And this campaign has been about unseating the BJP government in Delhi. That's very clear, that's what we're all about. And I've focused on that, and I've been speaking about that everywhere. Other issues are peripheral.
BJP on election day also today is bringing out an old speech by Manmohan Singh in 2009 saying that he said that basically the country's resources, the minorities have the first rate. That has again been used today. Party President JP Nadda itself.
You know, they're beating, frankly, they're flogging a dead horse, as the expression goes. This issue, the Congress party clarified at that very time in the context of the entire paragraph that Dr. Manmohan Singh spoke. The BJP is taking out one phrase or one sentence and trying to make a controversy about it. He was talking about the need to ensure that everybody in our society benefits from our progress. And that does not, in the context of the paragraph, raise any eyebrows. Everybody, minorities, the disabled people, women, youth, old people, everybody, the sentence, the actual paragraph gives many examples of such groups. The BJP is singling one out because that's unfortunately, their communal agenda is to try and raise the bogey of one particular community being favored by the Congress and the majority community being favored by them. The majority does not need favors. The majority is the majority. And normally, when you have a country that you are a majority in, you are gracious in accommodating others and helping them also to participate fully along with you in what the nation is seeking to achieve.
How do you see these kinds of issues being brought into the forefront at the time of election campaign?
Not just the time of election campaign, the BJP has communalized and polarized our political discourse in a very deplorable way. And I must say, it is disappointing to see the Prime Minister participating in this exercise. The Prime Minister should be the Prime Minister of all Indians, irrespective of gender, even political affiliation. Just as an MP, I'm an MP for everybody in Thiruvananthapuram, even those who don't vote for me. The same logic should apply even more, multiply more, to the Prime Minister of the country. For him to speak divisive language, for him to essentially be seeking to insult an entire group of our fellow citizens, some 200 million Indians, is shocking and disappointing. We all want to respect the office of the Prime Minister, and we hope that he will at some point take a good look at his own remarks and realize that this is not the way to go. You saw the Election Commission has written to his party president asking for the candidate to refrain from this kind of talk. I think the Prime Minister should not give anybody the opportunity to point fingers at him, because he's not only demeaning himself, he's demeaning the office of Prime Minister, which is something very precious for the whole country.
How are you seeing the opposition alliance chances?
I think they're very good. I mean, it's only been 2 rounds, and we're only beginning the second round of voting now. So, first round of voting feedback has been phenomenal, not just in Tamil Nadu, which was perhaps only to be expected, but even in many of the Hindi-speaking states or districts that went to the polls last time. The feedback we were getting was phenomenal. It's very clear the BJP is losing seats by comparison with 2019. And remember, they just lose 32 seats and they lose their majority. Right now, they're looking like they're losing a lot more than that. And as the election progresses, people are going to see reports coming in from other states, and they're going to find the confidence and be inspired to vote against the ruling party. I'm expecting a change of government on the 4th of June.
Before I let you go, any message to the voters to come out and vote?
Well, certainly I hope that everyone who's got to go to the polls on the 2nd will vote. I know that there's a lot of hot weather throughout the country, and I know that people, in their anxiety to beat the worst hours of the heat, are coming out in the morning, so I stood 40 minutes in the queue for my vote, and others may want to vote. And then one tip would be, go at the hottest hours, because very few people will do that. You might be able to vote more quickly and leave. But you must vote. It's your duty, because every Indian citizen has the democratic right to determine the future of this country. Abdicating that right would be truly unfortunate, irresponsible. I urge everyone that they must vote before 6 p.m. today, everywhere in the country that's eligible, and they must continue to exercise their democratic rights, because that's what our country is all about.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Tharoor, for speaking to us. So a tip from Dr. Tharoor, go out on the hottest hours so the queues will be less, because he said he himself has stood in the queue for about 45 minutes to cast his vote.